nota alta, ella me textea. Y no estamos en la playa, yo me la llevo pa' que suba toda la marea. Después de chinga siempre hay pelea. Yo me pregunto la razón por la que ella me encela. Me manda una foto en Gistro con la emoji de agua pa' que la guarde y yo piense en ella. Ella, 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 ella.
This is Broham's Chugging Brews. Hi, my name's Fidel. I'm your host, and today I have the one and only Peru from LA County.
Gracias, bro, por tenerme aquí. Thank you for having me. Yeah, the one and only Peru. Pleasure to be here, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming by. And today we have Corona Refrescas.
Mm-hmm.
There's tropical punch, pineapple, passion fruit, guava, and mango. Do you have a preference which one we start off with?
Anything you want, I'm with, bro. Let's get it.
I guess we'll go with this order right here. Pineapple, piña.
All right.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, grab yours.
Está bueno.
So, when did you first start?
Well, music came into my life when I was like 14, and I started like, it all started with like me writing in the poetry, and kind of like the poetry. Salud, bro.
Salud.
I have to keep up with you.
Yo, you're good.
Real good. And yeah, I feel like everything started like poetry, like me writing, and he basically like turned into music and rapping.
Okay.
That's how it was a transition, like when I was in high school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 14, poetry, then went into rapping.
Yeah, but I didn't really like started like really rapping till I was like 18. So
okay.
It took a moment because I used to be like in school and I used to play sports too. So it took a minute.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about, it's kind of out there, like putting up your poetry together and maybe like in a book or something?
I actually do have like a lot of notes, and I did think of having like putting a maybe years from now like a book, because I have a lot of material.
Yeah.
But when in that specific time, no.
Okay.
It was just me. Like I knew I could write,
yeah,
but I didn't really think much of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember in high school we were going through poetry, and you know the newest poet, coolest was like Tupac, and only Tupac. Mm-hmm. So if you put yourself out there, I'm sure other kids are gonna be like, oh, you know, relatable and more interested in poetry, because that's really humble beginnings, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Ready to finish this one?
Yeah. Wait for the
Here we go.
I feel like we're gonna be taking more shots than the questions.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't as bad as the micheladas though. You know, those got a little old fast. You
Really?
know?
Salud.
Cheers.
Chévere.
Oh, what do you think about this flavor?
I like it. This piña, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it's my first time trying it, so I really something new for me. Something new for me, most definitely.
Yeah, in the upcoming podcast, I'm gonna have some of the Arizona iced teas.
Nice.
You know, some of them are good. Not the tea flavors, but the juice.
Imagine if you would do it too, like with shots, like real drink. Probably by the end of the
I've
day,
thought about
we
all that
fucked up.
stuff, and it's like all of it's kind of we're thinking about it, put it in the works. So
we start with this though, like, you know what I'm saying, like to get to that level, you know what I'm saying.
At the end, you'll see we're feeling it.
How we act.
Yeah. Right. So, Peru, where did that name come from?
I really don't remember who called me that, but because I came from Peru like to middle school.
Okay.
And like once I got to school, I don't know who it was, but they would just call me Peru because I was from Peru. And it's funny because all my family too, they don't even call me by my name. They call me, only my mom calls me by my name, but my dad and my sisters, they all call me Peru, like everybody. So I just ran with it.
Yeah. Right.
But when it came to like being an artist, I feel like it's too much of the country, so I had to add like a little name.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just added the A Peru. Like,
yeah.
But nobody really like calls me A Peru. Like,
yeah.
So
I saw that and I noticed, you know, you just say, you know, the one and only.
The one and only.
Peru.
Yeah.
And I was like, he doesn't say A Peru.
Yeah.
But, you know, whenever you're ready, crack open these next ones. So that's pretty cool. I've met one other guy named Peru. He was a contractor at our refinery, real hard worker. And at first, when Illy told me about you, shout out to Illy.
Yeah, shout out to Illy, definitely.
If it wasn't for you, bro,
I wouldn't be here.
This wouldn't be happening.
Right, so shout out to you. Shout out to my boy.
And shout out to the Wilmington Chronicles, because they repost a story. So they're fast at the news.
Yeah. Oh, nice. He's really, Illy Smokes is really humble, really talented.
Yeah.
He has definitely a great vibe in him.
Yeah, definitely.
He's literally like, his rap. He raps really cool. Like,
yeah.
Now that he's doing it in Spanish, like, shout out to him for sure. Yeah.
So I know you've mentioned it in another podcast. But influences like bands, artists.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm just cracking it. I know we're not ready yet.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm about to read it too. Back to the poetry and thing. That's kind of how I got inspired by Tupac, because I feel like once I found out that he was how do you say, like, he used to do poetry. I felt like I could relate, because that's how I kind of started. And then when I listened to his music, like, obviously, like, the image and everything, I was like, this is what I like. This is what inspired me. But that's only like on the rapping side.
Right.
When my sisters kind of on the reggaeton side, they put me into like Wisin and Yandel, where they were like really big like Latin artists, Puerto Ricans, and that's kind of like influenced me. But when I was a kid, my first ever CD that they gave me, it was like the Marshall Mathers LP. It was Eminem. In those times where they were like listening to Britney Spears and all of that, like over there in Peru, we had like it used to be like this thing called a Discman. Oh, how do you say it? Like back then, they used to put your CDs.
We
used to. We used to have something like that, and that's when my sisters kind of like started pulling me up into like hip hop and reggaeton and like Snoop and all of that.
Wow.
But I didn't get inspired with music till like way later, till I got here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was someone like pushing you towards it over here, or was it just like the people that you were around, or? It just,
my sisters gave me kind of like the music, and I liked it. But once I came here and the environment, you know, being in LA and just hearing music and just being exposed, it kind of, I think it plays a big part on like an influence.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of how it starts.
Do you ever do you have any family back in Peru?
Yeah.
Do you ever plan on like in the near future doing a show over there?
I would like to do a show there in other many countries too, if it's possible.
Right.
Like, I feel like it can happen, but only God knows timing. Right now I'm trying to get to the people little by little.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, Tupac was definitely a big inspiration.
Yeah,
that's the shit that got me to be like, I want to fucking rap. I want to do this shit.
It's actually it's a funny story, because with poetry, when I was a teenager, I was like maybe 15. I submitted to a poetry competition thing that was like in Chicago, but I did it online.
Who wrote this one?
Yeah, that one's empty.
Nice.
Well, I don't want to mix the flavors, so
that's what I want to do. So this one is maracuyá.
Passion fruit.
Bueno, mi gente, ya hicimos piña, ahora vamos para maracuyá, and we got a couple of little flavors over here. For sure. Damn, bro, I feel like by the third one I'm gonna be fucked up. Especially we sipping this fast.
Just a little bit.
Like this a little bit, taking shots out of this. It's cool though. I fuck with it.
Yeah, so I was doing pretty much entered a poetry contest thing.
Nice.
And I didn't realize, but they were actually putting in a book. And nobody believed me that I actually submitted. So they sent me letters back home. And I was like, look, guys, I actually submitted. And I showed it to my mom and a couple friends at the time. And everyone's like, nah, it's a scam. I'm like, no, they're telling me like 2 letters to go to Chicago for the signing this book.
Wow. That's amazing.
I never found the book. I never looked over it. But maybe it was real. Maybe it wasn't. But I was like, hey, maybe people didn't really submit their poetry, and I was one of the few people that did.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of came up with the idea of maybe you should try to do like a book or something small.
Yeah. You never know. It's amazing that you say that, because you never really know until you try, and it's like the outcome of things. Like you never know how it could really bring opportunity to the table.
Oh, absolutely. I
feel like I always thought about it. Like I really like I have like so much that I would like to do, but I feel like only within time. You know, I don't want to feel like I want to rush the whole poetry and everything. Like I have so many ideas with merchandising. It's a full package of things that we could do, but I feel like it's just like moving correctly.
Gotcha.
Salud. Yeah.
Salud.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm still a little full from the last one. But I thought the passion fruit was pretty good.
This is the maracuya, huh? I like the piña and maracuya. They're similar.
Very, very similar.
Yeah, it's good. It's good though.
I described them in my videos because they're
Like I knew there was a few flavors with Corona because I like Corona, but I didn't know they had like a lot like this. I must be missing out.
They had another series, but I couldn't find it. But this is their latest one. You can find it at the nearest grocery stores.
At the nearest liquor store.
Yeah.
In your hood. Yeah.
I do plan on doing a series where it's like those liquor stores that have the ready to make kits, and then make them in front of people, test them, and then maybe you can come back for one of those.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. We're here to support. I know I'm gonna be bringing my boy Anthony B. Soon you're gonna know about them. Kilo, YDB. I got little people coming.
Oh wow!
It's gonna be it's hard, bro. We have a lot of interesting things coming.
I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys are having fun, and once they come or if they come, they have fun.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about,
It's all love. It's all about supporting, growing step by step. I feel like we could always reach to something, for sure.
Right. What would you say is
Oh, and I wanted to put one more Tupac a fact like how do you say his mom when they named him like Tupac. Tupac was a revolutionary in Peru. He was an Inca how do you say it? Un emperador fucking
emperor,
like a fucking he was like a king. Okay. So when they named him after a Peruvian.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's a trippy, cool. It's a trippy fact. Yeah. So he was like that's why they named him after him. He was like on some king shit, like
yeah.
So
you feel like
so when I found out he was like he has like a Peruvian name too, I was like, ah shit.
It's meant to be the way it is.
Yeah, I was like that shit inspired me even more. I was like that's dope.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Real cool.
When I was when I would always, cause I was playing sports and before getting into bullshit, but like when I used to play sports, I always was afraid what people were gonna like think about my music.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
With the poetry, cause I think it's normal, but like once I would be like in the car with my homies and I started paying attention to like how they would like be like singing my stuff, that's kind of when I made the decision, okay, like they actually like fuck with it, so I'ma take the extra step. But I think if they would have been like that's just whack or something, I would have never kind of push it. But I knew I always love to write and to freestyle, like fucking around and shit.
That's good. That's awesome.
Salud.
So
yes, sir.
Have you had any challenges with like your day-to-day work and being an artist?
Challengers.
Yeah, I mean like people giving you a hard time or them just kind of making fun, like, oh, it's not working out, that's all, you got to come back to work, or because you're always gonna have haters, and because I'm sure
most of the time I feel like it's a lot more love than hate. There's always hate, but it is hard sometimes because I feel like people can always act like they like you when in reality they don't, and due to that you could have many like opportunities shut down, and they could close doors on your face due to the fact that maybe some people just don't like the fact of what you're doing.
Right.
Not too much because they don't know you, but just it could rub some people the wrong way sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think it happens, and it happens to a lot of people. So I guess it's just focusing on the process of things, and just being patient, because you're gonna take losses, and you gotta work through it.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you dealt with any hecklers or people giving you a hard time while you're performing? I know like
it happened a few times. It happened a few times where, like, you know, we got in. You know, they DJ sometimes. You know, they can mess up little sets, but most of the times it was really good. Like, crowd would react good. They would sing our stuff. Most of the times it was really good. But we never know how things can go. We can always think that it's gonna go like good, and things can go bad. Like, we won't never know until we actually get there and perform.
So is there any plans of making this? I know you were already asked, but is there any plans of making a super group of you, Anthony, and Kilo?
Yeah, we've been thinking of a name because we're each other. How do you say? Individual.
Yeah, you're individual artists.
Yeah, and we have a lot of songs and we pop out together. So we kind of been thinking of a name. And, and yeah, we could either be us three or we're always gonna be around. So
right.
However it goes. I feel like we flow naturally, and it's more of like a some homie type shit instead just of a group. You know?
That's good.
Yeah, we don't let it like get too. I feel like there's another thing too. Like I feel like we gotta stay on the ground and not let things get to our head. Like just focus on what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, I'm sure it can get pretty exciting out there.
Yeah.
Feeling the vibes. And
yeah, it does get like that, and I feel like that's where it's important to find the balance of things, because you know you could quickly get to the top and get all these opportunities, but it's like, are you gonna be ready for when that comes? Like how you deal with like money, fame, and all of that. Like it seems easy, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
Definitely. Yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
But wow.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been a moment where you know, you're on stage or just performed where it kind of just hit you where you're like man, like that was sick, like a I made it moment? Do you have one of them? Can you describe it?
Yeah, because when I started, I had money and I invested in studio time.
Nice.
And I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I went to a studio and I didn't like it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get myself my own studio. And I started with my own studio. And at this time I wasn't doing shows, I was just working on my craft. And I had the vision though, like soon later maybe I would like to do shows. And everything that I thought about in a period of time, it came to play. And with the homies, eventually we started opening up for a lot of big artists. You know, we opened up for Yori Boy. He worked with Daddy Yankee, Bad Bunny. We opened up for Joe Moses. It's a lot of like LA rappers. Yeah. So it didn't happen in a specific time, but I felt like the vision was there, and I just built everything. We built everything ourselves. You know, I went to a studio one time, and that's the time that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna have my own studio. Right. And now we got with the homies, we created our own studio. Right now we're actually remodeling a new studio. Good. So thank God that came through. Nice. And we're trying to just little by little, just opportunities are coming to the table. So I feel like once I started to get a little bit more into the industry, I had a moment where it's like, okay, it came from like just being at the house, recording, working on my craft, to like now I'm getting in with these people. Right. And that's kind of like the moment where I was like, I wouldn't say that I made it, but it's like I seen progress. And that's what I really like.
Real proud, and you saw.
Yeah, I was proud of myself. Like, you know, I was really proud of myself because it took me a while, but I got to make progress. Like I seen the progress, and I could actually take that with me. And it was cool. Yeah.
So it's almost like you're self-made. Like you
that's why the one and only comes. The slogan, like just being yourself. Nobody can just be. You only gonna be yourself. You know, that kind of like you playing. So when I say like la concha de tu madre, Peruvians say that and put it all together, but everything is just about being you, being yourself. Because
of course
you gotta be comfortable with yourself. Like people wanna be somebody else, and it's like be you. You know what I'm saying? And kind of that's kind of what I wanna represent.
That's awesome. That's really good. Yeah. Man. I really dig that a lot.
Sorry that my English ain't good, you know, I'm trying.
Oh, it's perfect. You know, like I said, if you need to speak some Spanish, go ahead. I understand it. I
get it. Only la concha de tu madre. Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro. Thank you. Now it's kicking in. Yeah, for sure. You already killed it?
Oh, no, shit. I didn't kill it yet. But, shit, yeah.
Oh, shit. Let me, yeah, it's good.
I know it's a lot of carbonation.
You're a professional drinker, huh?
Yeah, I know. Like this.
Shout out to my best friend in the background. We're supposed to not be drinking because we're hitting the gym, but I'm back. Nah, I feel like I could always, bro. When he's like having a good time, I feel like I'm all about it. You know, like I don't like just staying plain and simple. Like
Right.
I'm a green light. I was like go. Yeah.
So, gym. Yeah, I see you hit the gym nightly.
Not like that. But lately, yeah, you know,
I see you out there. Not out there. I don't see you. I see you on
the
Instagram,
social media lately. Yeah.
You know, that's good. You know,
I'm trying to really like get a little bit more in shape for for the videos and everything.
Right.
I feel like the gym is really good for the mind too. Like your state of mind and just working on yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
That's good.
Yeah, and thank God I have like the perfect surround about people that they really like
good circle.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the good. That's what I appreciate the most, like because it could be like worse.
Yeah.
Especially with the kind of like the lifestyle.
Right.
So it's like I feel like the gym plays a big part on like mental health. And, and
definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's always you see it on stage. Some of those performers have the whole bottle of Don Julio. And,
I sort of got that was us, but it wasn't with a Don Julio. But it was with some Hennessy or Bucanas, probably.
Yeah.
We try to keep it short, though, but there's plenty ahead, so I feel like everybody gets a little taste of everything.
Right.
But not fully going super crazy all out,
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to like an advice for like people to be how do you say, like, discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline is one of the most it's a hard thing to do. It's more easy, how do you say, being said than being done. Like having discipline, like that's, you gotta have discipline to be able to do stuff, because the party life, it can really consume you real fast.
Right.
And being outside and just having this,
get all those bad habits, get lazy.
Yeah, woman, all of this. Like I feel like you really have to have a strong mind to be able to not fall for a lot of things.
It sounds like it's really hard, because you're in the environment, in those nightclubs, you're performing, and all it takes is a couple ladies to feel your vibe, and you're just like, I'm drunk.
Yeah, and when you're drunk, it's like another you. But I feel like at the end of the day, it all comes down to your circle and feeling like real love, and know that nobody's perfect. People make dumb mistakes and you make dumb decisions, but I feel like if you love yourself, you know what I'm saying? You love yourself enough, you know what's right and what's wrong, and like you gotta be able to know how to handle that. And that's the question, that's the hard part. Like, but you gotta have discipline and like be able to know when to walk away from stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like people don't. That's the hard part right there.
If you never had that, it's gonna be hard, right?
Yeah, that's the hard part. But thank God, like, it's just controlling and seeing. I'm the type of guy who, like, when I go somewhere, like, I'm always alert on my 10 toes. Like, I feel like I picture everything. Like, I'm the one who always, like, see all my homies around and everything. Like, I'm just alert on my feet. Like, yeah. I be living in a world like everything is a setup, bro. Like, and that's the best way to think. I come from like I don't trust. I don't, it's cool. I'll be cool, but it's like, to me, everything is a red flag. So it's like, that's the best way.
What if after this drops, someone's like, "Hey, Peru, let's chug a beer." Are you gonna chug?
Fuck it, I'm chugging a beer. I'm chugging a beer, but I'm only chugging one. Just one. I feel like after a couple, then it's yeah. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool, but I feel like I have like self control, and that's I know how to take my decisions. Pretty cool.
Good.
There, you're rating the other one, huh?
We're only gonna do halves from now on. We'll do half.
Halves?
You want to do full?
Yeah, we already have to.
All right. I let the guests decide. decide.
Yeah.
I don't want to pressure no one to do anything they don't want to do, and
Nah, I could keep up. I feel like the questions get interesting as far as we drink.
Start hitting it. So then, what would you say is like the most fulfilling part about being where you're at right now on your road as being an artist? Like, where you already mentioned how you basically the one and only, you're self-made.
Yeah.
You worked yourself there. build your own studio?
Yeah.
Is it just looking back at all that, kind of smelling the roses, saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm here now, and I got maybe like a long road ahead of me, but I'm here now. I've gotten this far."
Yeah, I feel like I'm to the point that I got right now. Like in my mindset, it's like I had a lot of opportunities come to the table, and me personally, I haven't took none, and I feel like I don't really try to make it more than what it is, but I try to live in the moment and not to think too highly of myself.
Right.
And I try to stay on the ground, and I don't really want to think about fame and about making it no more, because certain opportunities already came to the table, and I feel like as I'm growing, my mind is changing, and it's like I'm just taking it step by step, getting to the people. Like if I have the opportunity to show out and just present myself and move me as a brand, then I'm just gonna take it. Even if it's 5 getting to 10 people, I'm gonna take my time with it. I don't wanna think too highly of myself as making it or living in that space. I just wanna like do what I do, and people fuck with it. They gravitate towards it. And then if not, then it's cool. You know, I don't wanna make it too much like they have to, or like it's like I feel like I know my stuff is good. Like I work hard for my stuff, and I'm just gonna put it out and see what the outcome is, and not sweat too much. I feel like I feel like if I work, then maybe good things will happen.
Yeah,
so, but we're not sure. We're not sure on that. So I try to take it day by day, slow. Like when the shows come, like I'll put myself out there and see what. Cause it's all about just showing out, bro. Cause the moment you stay, you don't know what you're missing out on, because when you make the decision to maybe go outside, you don't know who you're gonna meet.
Right.
Who might slide on, and who might offer you something, or a job, or anything in general, and things happen, and it's like, oh, imagine you wouldn't have showed up. Maybe you wouldn't have met this person. Maybe you wouldn't have something would have happened. Like it be like that. So it's like,
it is.
I feel like there's a saying in español. It's like un día estás aquí, el otro día estás allá. Like one day you're here, the next day you're there. Like as soon as you're on the top, you're on the bottom. So you cannot take things for granted. Like you have to like. Things can change like this, so always let's just try to be positive about it.
Right. That's
That's
awesome.
Yeah, that's just we're getting deep now.
We're getting deep, real deep.
Salud. Te recomiendo to get. Yeah, I recommend this shit for sure.
It's a good little 12 pack.
Yeah, it's cracking.
4 flavors, 3 3 of the same flavor, so it's a total of 12. But
is a new cup?
That's a new cup. Yeah. I'll put all the old cups down here.
Yeah, good looking, G.
Don't worry.
So this is Guava.
Yeah.
Guava. Oh. Yeah.
This one was up there.
That's how you know. That's how you know that shit's hitting. I say Guava, now Guava, like that.
Oh, you're good.
I'm so picky, bro, with flavors. That's why.
Really?
Like,
and you're liking this?
So far, yeah.
Wow, that's good.
We're already 3 or 2.
This is the third one.
What is the third
The
one?
last one is gonna be mango. I'm not saying mango is the best. It's just the way I set them up. That's all. One thing I noticed, because I'm 34 years old.
Oh, okay.
So one thing I noticed when it comes to beers is that you go to the liquor store, grocery store, and you don't pick something new. You're just like, hey, I'm gonna just get this Modelo's. And you're like, you know what? There's the Modelo Oro. I'm not gonna get that because I never had that. It's a week. But then you end up having that one. And you're like, holy, that's good. I would never have bought this if it wasn't for this channel.
Oh, really?
So, like, also with the music part, having artists, is that someone like me, I would never have heard of you if it wasn't for this channel, talking to Illy, hearing it, and then it's like, I think the music's good. Music's great,
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things I want to bring to this channel is it's not just the beers, it's also the artists, the music.
The artists. It's a full combination of a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, and I'm trying to dish it out to everybody, So I'm hoping it all works out.
It will, bro. You gotta. As how I seen it, that's why I was like, I'm interested. The fact that you're doing this is like already like it's different. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is set up a really like a good vibe to start and like people to get comfortable with themselves.
Yeah, it's just a backyard setup, and at the end of the day, ends up just being just two guys drinking.
The guys drinking, talking about
You know what I mean?
about real shit.
Right.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Like today's all about you.
Thank
about
you.
Your journey as an artist and
Thank you, my man.
future shows.
Yeah, thank you for having me here, and just the drinking and everything is cool. Yeah, this one has a different taste.
Different taste, huh?
What? Guayaba, yeah.
How do you feel about that one?
It's alright.
Not your favorite one. It's
No, I wouldn't say. I like the first two. The
okay.
first two
Put
for
this one
sure.
in the back.
Well, when I finish it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is cool though.
So, June 9th, this Sunday, right?
Yeah, June 9th. Right now, the homegirl just got like a little open mic. It's gonna be a few artists, so she invited me to slide to that. And on June 29th, I'm gonna be right here in Long Beach. They're gonna let me know right now. I don't know if it's Alegrías or Agaves.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
I've been there plenty of times, both of them.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, that's one of the first bars.
Yeah. We sang there like one time, but I've been getting confused between both of them.
Right, yeah,
Because there's a lot of spots in Long Beach.
There's a lot, man.
And on July, I'm gonna be in Long Beach on the 6th, and on the 18th, I'm gonna be in Ibiza in HP. So we had a couple of shows. Like right now, we kind of took a break, but thank God they're inviting us and calling us to perform. So it should be good. It should be good to like network and to get to the people.
You should get a lot of attention down there in Long Beach. You perform in Long Beach.
Yeah,
before, right?
My first show and event that we had, it was in Long Beach.
Nice.
And I have a nice story about that, because when me and the homies put the tickets for sale, like online, nobody bought the motherfuckers.
Oh, wow.
And we were sweating and like, we were sweating like, who the fuck is gonna come to the show?
Right.
And then the next day, bro, there was a line outside.
Wow.
Packed. Sold out.
Right.
That was the first event. Like we're talking about like 2019.
How did that feel? Was that like?
Yeah, that blew my mind.
You were sweating and then you saw the line and you're like,
yeah,
whoa.
That blew my mind, because it was like we were still working on the craft and everything. It was possible. That's when I put in my head like, I want to take like the independent way. It feels way better, because when you go to clubs and everything, there's a bunch of rules that you gotta follow.
Okay.
And I feel like when you do it in your own way, you can just budget out of that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because clubs are cool to like give you, here's your 5 minutes of fame. You're not really gonna get too much money.
Right.
Unless they could probably. It depends on how big you are.
Right.
How many people you can bring. And I feel like when you do it yourself, and there's people that support you legitly, you won't sweat on that. Like people will come, pay the price, or support you, show love. And I like that way more.
Awesome. That's awesome.
But I'm not a hater towards anything. Like I feel like I get it. If there's opportunity, I take it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like we're still grinding. We can never walk like somebody's better than anybody else, because
of course.
Yeah, they already have their spots established.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
July 6th. That's that Reggae Fest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of confused here, because I went to Reggae Fest years ago, and it was a lot of your typical Reggae Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I saw, it was hosted by the I forgot who, but a foundation, right? Caribbean.
Yeah, it says it's gonna be in the Aquarium Way in Long Beach. This shout out to Priscilla. This is Priscilla, a girl that's been inviting me to shows lately. She's really like a host, and she does a lot of stuff. She interviews a lot of people, and since I met her, she's been showing love. So I'm gonna be sending you the flyers. So nice. I'm gonna be putting a couple of flyers if you guys wanna pull up and see. So we'll put it right there.
Nice.
So it should be good. There's gonna be a lot of artists.
Yeah, I see that.
And I think it's gonna be an open thing in Long Beach. They have a lot of those shows going on right there. So I think it should be cracking.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you
what time
a couple flyers.
Oh yeah, send me a couple flyers. I'll post them up on the page.
Yeah, for sure. Salud.
Do you know what time you're gonna be performing?
They gave us a few set times, but we haven't even
Nothing's confirmed yet.
Yeah, it's nothing confirmed.
Okay.
It's a paid gig, and they're gonna they basically it depends on the people, because I feel like it's open and people show up, so we kind of need to see how the vibe is and what's a good time to go on, and that's kind of where we are right now, because you never know. It could be in the evening, it could be popping, but then it could be popping in the night, so we're trying to get the most people just to hear us, so we gotta get a good time, and then there's a bunch of artists, so I think we just gotta see how it plays out. Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone that wants to start like right now? You know, let's say I don't want to start being a rapper, but let's say you know,
advice?
Like a young kid, young adult that's 18, maybe 22. He wants to, but he's, you know what I mean? What's your advice?
One of the keys to this, I feel like, is like just first being yourself, not trying to be like nobody else. Find your sound and work on your craft. That's the most one of the most important things, to work on your craft, and not to hear too many advices. Like, it's cool to hear advices, but just try it on yourself. That's what I would do. Like, just do the work and make your own decisions, and try to get there. Try to get to what you're focusing, you know.
Gotcha.
To put in the work, put in the hours, and I feel like things come. Maybe it don't happen in the time you want to, but you just gotta apply yourself and believe. I'm a very believer on the law of attraction and on energy.
Nice.
I feel like you just gotta have vision on to what you have and put in the work. And I feel like another advice I want to say is like being social, because I feel like a lot of opportunities come when it comes to speaking and talking and being social. If you're not social and you cannot communicate with people, it's kind of gonna be hard for you to like even, you know, get to know somebody, and somebody might want to offer you something. You gotta come out with the right energy and just being yourself. Like, I feel like you gotta feel comfortable with yourself to maybe to wanna talk to somebody.
Right.
And some people be shy. Some people sometimes they don't want to talk to people. They don't want to deal with people's energy. And I feel like that's one of the biggest steps, to be comfortable enough to like talk to people.
Gotcha. I from the last podcast you were on, Anthony mentioned you guys get judged the way you guys look.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? I mean, you're a really cool dude. You know, you're really calm. I mean,
thank you, bro.
You know, I don't know why. I mean, I know how people are.
Yeah, I feel like if you was to ask me like what's the hardest part about being that, like now that I lived it a little bit, I feel like the hardest part of being an artist is like, to me personally, is like the way people can judge you.
Right.
Because people in the real world, even if you're not an artist, people are gonna judge you regardless, and even if you do good, people are gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah.
And if you do bad, they will talk about it more. So you could do things 100 times good, and the one time you fuck up, that's the one time they're not gonna forget, and they're gonna call it out.
1 out of 100.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're an artist, people tend to put you into like a pedestal, or like they make you, I don't know, just maybe because you have talent and you're cool at something, or you're good at something, people can tell you how good you are.
Like you should be better. You should act better.
Yeah, you should act better. They judge you in a type of way, and it's like it can make people change your circle around you.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like the gift and the curse. So at first, when you start, I feel like you don't think nothing of it, because you're just pushing yourself.
Right.
But once you start being around a lot of people, you just start seeing the reality of how things can go and how people can change, how money can change people, how things can change. And basically because they just be like, oh, you're this, you're that, because you do this, because you do that.
Right.
And just people gotta love you and accept your flaws, and people who really love you will accept your flaws. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everything to a specific, there's always a limit, of course. Like, no disrespect, because respect is all. But I feel like you still get judged. You still get judged, and just it doesn't have to be you being an artist. Like, you doing something.
Right.
The people will always have something to say about it. And that's you got to kind of work through it. That's the kind of hard part.
With
But I think it comes with the progress. Right. I think it's something. It comes by hand by hand. Like, it is, as you keep doing good and things are happening, it's meant to certain people to come your way, to certain people to start. You attract certain people, and then other people start looking around like, hey, what happened? Like all of a sudden, and that's kind of like the fight to it. And the real question is like people who's gonna accept your lifestyle, the type of opportunities you bring, because jealousy might kick things in the way.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of like, you gotta like talk about those things. It's important. People have feelings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you gotta control the jealousy.
Right.
And jealousy is very like, you get intoxicated with that.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
big, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a deep topic.
Yeah.
It's a deep topic for sure.
Not to get too let's do a cheers then.
Cheers, bro.
You got room? You got room in the tank?
Hell yeah.
Oh, let's do it. All right.
You good? I just trying to make sure, yeah? Okay.
So when it comes to another topic, when it comes to like jealousy, your music videos,
Right.
You see girls and stuff like that. I'm not trying to get into your personal life too much, but
No, it's all good.
Is that make it harder, or do people understand? Hey, it's just business, blah blah blah.
I feel like
I feel like a lot of Hispanic Latina women are very like, hey.
I feel like when it comes to women, like women is beautiful. I love women. Women have a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like it's normal in a way for people sometimes to feel some type of way. But I feel like
normal.
You gotta work through it, and some people gotta learn how to handle some stuff. But that's kind of like the hard part, because it's too many. Just as far as many men and many women, like when it comes to music videos, I mean. But it's all about the craft and models, and I think it's just plays the part, or like
everyone's doing their job, right?
Yeah. And you don't even have to have models sometimes in your videos. Like you still can put videos out there without models, but like I feel like just as you reach a certain status, you can attract a lot of people.
Of course. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And after we're done with this last one, you can give us your rating, which is the best to the worst.
Yeah.
Burst.
Yeah, for sure. You still have the mango one. Oh, you already have the mango one.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
No, yeah, I'm almost done with it. I still have room in the tank for sure.
Is there a city in the United States that you want to perform in?
Damn. Yeah, all of them. all of them. But like, I know some Peruvian artists that I make music with in New Jersey. I actually have an uncle in New Jersey.
Wow.
When we came from Peru, my mom, her first thought was to go to New Jersey.
Okay.
But she ended up deciding to stay right here in LA to come to California.
Nice.
So I think that, he was on some West Coast. I think she liked the West Coast.
I think it was a good move.
Yeah. So like, I feel like, I would want to perform over there. Probably. I never been to New York. I've never been to the East Coast. I want to like, wherever I can reach, man. I'll be happy to go. I want to go to outside the country too.
Gotcha.
It will be cool, but I feel like it's just time.
Right. Time.
Yeah. You've been doing the podcast for a little bit too, huh?
I've done previous podcasts, but I didn't release them because we weren't kind of happy. We wanted to do like a whole season and then drop them.
You're right.
But we kind of stopped, lost the steam. But it was really good experience just doing and recording and doing them because I feel way more comfortable doing these podcasts. And I just started doing this podcast because I was like, you know what? I need to do a final review of the ones I've tasted. And then I came with the idea like, well, you know what? And I've seen Illy smokes at the gym many times. So I was like, hey, man, are you down?
He's making a comeback too.
Yeah.
He's making a really good comeback. But do you like do you like flow with go with the flow natural, or you been planning shit ahead like on your nose? Do you write your own thoughts?
I have to do like a structure, because if you go with the flow with the alcohol, you're gonna lose control, man. You know what I mean? You gotta have a little bit of structure.
Yeah, no, it was
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying?
But I feel like after a while we could go like based on like, you know what I'm saying?
Bounce around a little bit. You know, we have a lot of the main points down. And one of my favorite cities is Las Vegas. Would you perform there?
Yeah, I went there with Anthony and Kilo actually last year. It was just for a day. It was pretty cool.
You guys performed?
Yeah, it was like an open event.
Okay.
Like how the Long Beach is gonna be.
Right.
It was really cool. Yeah, there was love. I only been to Las Vegas like 3 times, but personally, honestly, I haven't still been to the clubs. I feel like I only walked around the strip, but I haven't experienced too much like being inside and living because I just been there a few times. I'll be camping over there, like I'll be partying over there, like that wasn't the. I wanna go, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like I have a lot of experience over there.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. It's cool.
It's cool though, like the gambling and everything. Like
I'm not
when the homie was teaching me how to play on what it's called
craps.
Craps, the crap tables.
Craps
That's just fun. That's just fun. By the 21, I got a lot of homies that are good at 21, but I still don't. I still don't get it.
Worried like I'm not counting cards. You know, it's so
yeah, but I like the dice game for sure. But the 21 is the kind of like.
Craps is cool. I think only in Nevada and Las Vegas.
Right.
You play craps over here in California, and it's like it's a really weird card system.
Really? It's different.
It's different. I didn't like it. I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I lost too much money.
Really?
I don't gamble, and I gamble a little bit. And every time I do gamble, I do win a little bit. So it's just the way it works.
It feels good when you make money, but when you lose it, it's terrible, bro. I'm like, fuck.
Could have bought a beer with that. I'm like, I'm out of here.
Oh God, bro, it be like that.
Yeah. Actually, I almost poured in the old one. So since we're drinking, what is your choice of drink?
My choice.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Damn.
Beer.
Anything that gets me fucked up. Not just like. Nah, I mean, I could do. I'm a Hennessy guy for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Hennessy and Coke. And when I say Coke, I don't mean drugs. I mean Coke, like Coca-Cola. Para los cabrones que no saben diferenciar. Damn. I like Boss Balls. I mean, I feel like I've been drinking so much Modelo. I'm trying to switch it to Corona right now. Okay. Yeah, but like I feel like I like Pacificos. IPAs. I can drink. Damn, I sound like an alcoholic.
I do plan on doing a Corona versus Modelo.
Yeah.
Similar thing with a future guest.
Yeah, I feel like if you was to mix it after a certain line, depending on how the people's fucking the way that they drink, and like, hey bro, past this line, can you still do this?
Okay.
Like I feel like over there, then you go to the stronger shit, you know, like the IPAs after one Modelo Pacifico and you quita. But it depends on the tolerance of the people and how it goes, you know.
The weight and everything.
Yeah.
How healthy they are, and it's definitely something.
Yeah. Salud. This is my second podcast, by the way.
Oh, really?
I don't do too many podcasts. I feel like it's because I feel like I adjust myself a lot because of the English, bro. Like I don't really like you know what I'm saying?
I understand Spanish. It's just most of it, me da vergüenza. Saying certain words, I forget them, and then everyone makes fun of me. And
I feel like I'm like that, especially when it comes to. But I'm never afraid to like express myself. But we Illis, just telling you about me and everything. Like I respect and it's like I do it like how like it's cool. I support the whole vision too and everything, bro. Even all of that, bro. It's hard.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean I like it. There's sometimes I kind of doubt where I'm going, but then I get a Broham's chugging bruise believer tell me like, "Hey, dude, I like what you're doing." I'm like,
really
like you're paying attention. I'm like, "Oh, cool."
And the
awesome.
shirt that says OnlyFans and shit.
I know. I always try to get funny shirts, so if they're paying attention to what's going on, something like my videos, I'm trying to make it more funny. So like one of my shirts, it's a Pornhub shirt.
Oh yeah,
it's a fake one.
Yeah.
My buddy, his birthday, he was turning 30 or something. So my mom, she makes shirts sometimes. I was like, "Hey mom, it's weird. but
Yeah.
can you make 3 Pornhub shirts? I was like, you put film director on mine, actor, and like my
Yeah,
audio
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, sure, son, whatever.
Oh, she does the shirts?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, that's dope, bro.
So
That's dope, bro.
yeah, so that's why I was like, hey, you know what? I never wear it because everyone's always gonna judge me. So I wore it for a video, and
That's it. That's the right way to go viral, man. You gotta do
silly.
yeah, be silly.
I was actually gonna buy a fake one that had the only and then just a picture of a fan.
Yeah.
But it was cheaper to buy from the real site, so I bought 2 of them for the price of 1.
Right.
So I was like, and these shirts feel comfortable. Like,
Oh yeah, bro. Like,
it's silly.
you gotta do whatever you feel like you wanna do. That's the way to go, bro. And, you know, people always gonna,
Yeah, they're always
but
gonna
you,
think whatever. They're
yeah.
gonna judge me no
But
matter.
that's not the right. You do what you wanna do,
Right.
and then that's how it is, bro.
Yeah, I like having fun with this, and that's one of the things. Like I told you, we gotta have fun with this podcast.
And the good thing about this is like you always give people a platform and like sharing their stuff.
Of course.
You know, so as you keep growing, like people, they gotta like appreciate like you putting to like to the people. It can be any certain amount of people that you like, but you still showing somebody
Right.
someone else content. And
Right,
it's
right.
like that's the blessing of it. That's the beauty of it. Like how many people be like, some people don't even like sharing some stuff.
Yeah.
Some even people don't even like and the fact that you do this and you give people a voice and a platform is like
Right.
the way it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So, what do you think about this mango so far?
I fuck with it. I fuck with everything except the. And I'm gonna sound like a hater for.
No, you're not a hater.
For guayaba.
Yeah, no, you're speaking the
I
truth.
think the guayaba is I rate the guayaba like a
Wow.
7. Just because I'm not used to it, bro.
That's being
I'm
nice.
really,
That's
to be
being
honest,
nice.
I'm really like picky, bro.
That's fine.
Like
Hey,
you're
you
like
can be
there.
harsh,
Yeah.
Like I'm not comparing this to some of those major brands, but
Cut, I'm not picky. Not just like.
but I'll say what is it, like White Claw? After drinking these, I'll do a White Claw like a 4 or 5.
Hell yeah.
Because I could drink this all day. Poolside.
Hell yeah.
I feel refreshed.
The White Claws, bro. Did I try White Claws? Yeah, I think I tried them with my best friend.
I'm not.
I tried a lot of shit, but only I wouldn't say that I tried White Claws a lot, but I'm pretty sure I tried them. I think they're good. I think after a couple, they get you fucked up, right?
Yeah. They're I want to say 5%. These are 4.5. So it's like a.
So the
average
regular beer?
This is like a regular beer. Yeah.
Oh, it's like 4 points something.
Yeah. Regular beer is like 4.5.
So when they give you the DUI, it's like what?
I don't know. I never had one.
Like a 6? I mean, yeah,
I always
bro.
do,
Let's
Uber.
Let's be like, hey, there's not. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Está bueno, están buenos. I feel like the mango. I feel like I really like the piña and the maracuya for sure.
Really?
Yeah, the mango is high. The
Which was
the
number
last
1?
two.
Which is number
It
1?
was piña and then maracuya. Yeah, it was piña. No, yeah, it was this one. Because this is the this is the piña, and then I don't know where you put the maracuya, but
right here.
oh yeah. These were the go-to.
here?
Yeah.
Mango.
And then I will put these two in the last, yeah.
Okay.
Well, for me, that's the personal, To anybody else, it could be different, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, totally get it.
Yeah,
For me,
yeah.
it was actually these two that I liked when I did my taste test.
Oh, really? Do you like the mango and the... Oh, nice.
But trying it this time, that's why I do in the review. Because I do the review, I get a second taste. And
Hey, they better send the contract to these
I am.
over here, like free promotion for the Corona.
I almost agree. I almost agree with you. I agree with you. Right.
Yeah, like...
So, maybe for me, it might be more
This
like
is free advertisement too, like...
Right, it is.
Hey,
It is.
Corona tienen que mandar el contrato a esto. Like, you gotta send the contract, bro.
So, music. Do you have any unreleased songs coming soon?
Yes, I've been holding on to a lot of music.
You think
Right now,
It's up to you. If not, we can hold off and not right now. You can send it to me
I
later.
could send you some previews and maybe you could edit
Wait,
or a little bit of something was gonna come. I'll let people know. I got a song called La Disco coming with Kilo, featuring Kilo. We're about to drop that video, La Disco. I'm about to drop a video too that's called Game Over, featuring Kilo. That's 2. I got another song with Anthony B and Kilo. It's called Kenota. We've been performing that song. Gonna drop that video too. And it's gonna be right now the next 3 videos that I'm gonna drop. And it should be cool for the next couple of months.
Okay.
I've been kind of holding on this for a year, bro.
Yeah. Happens,
Yeah.
I got some videos I filmed. I'm not gonna drop. It just, it's just the way it works. Like,
Yeah.
it don't look good, and it's like it's only one.
Yeah. I think we always can self-doubt.
Right,
But we
right.
gotta that's the hard thing. Get rid of doubt. Cause once you put fear and doubt into your mind, it's like it takes over you.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a line where you cut that shit and just you go for it.
I don't know if you heard the saying, but one match can burn 1,000 trees. One tree can make 1,000 matches. So self-doubt
Wow.
can be that one match that can burn
Wow.
1,000 ideas, but that one idea can make.
Hey, I fuck with that, bro. That's super
I-
true.
it's-
That's a really cool fucking saying, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't
like
make
that
up,
shit,
though.
bro.
I didn't make that up. I'm telling you.
Anyway, yeah. No, but that's powerful. That's very true.
So I mean, I doubt myself all the time when I'm making these videos, but then I get that one person, and that one person makes 10 more videos for me, with them just believing in me and believing in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
For me, it's like they're that one tree that's making those 1,000 matches. So I'm like, hell yeah.
I fucking like that goal, bro.
Use it. Whenever you're down yourself, use it, man. I always try to throw a quote in these. I'm gonna keep trying to throw a quote in these.
I love quotes, man. I love quotes. I feel like it has to do a lot with poetry and everything. That's just amazing, bro.
Good. Wow.
I'm excited for the next shows and to drop the new music and the new content. I feel it's gonna be good and your platform is reaching people over here more like Carson and Illy's he's from Wilmington this
Right.
side. So yeah, I definitely wanna come more to this side too.
Yeah.
But it's cool. As long as we get to the people and everything,
Yeah,
I
that's
always
all
am
matters.
open. Yeah, I'm really about supporting the whole businesses and everything. I feel like I like connecting with people as a human, and then and when they do something, I feel like all we can do is just support people what they want to do.
Well,
You really fuck with them. You
Right.
really fuck with them for sure.
Well, I'm also trying to get small businesses on here
nice.
as well. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to just be artists. It's going to be small businesses, artists.
Gamers, business owners.
Yeah.
You could be anybody. It doesn't have to be just artists.
They just gotta drink.
You gotta
man,
drink. You gotta put some rules right here. Hey, you come here, you drinking.
You gotta
Mandatory.
just for the 1 hour.
It's funny that you say that because in the studio I created some rules, bro.
Oh wow.
We had a board, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, $10 fee if you don't clean after yourself. Make sure you bring a 6-pack. Make sure you drink weed. Don't smoke the homie shit. Don't.
Right.
I started doing all kinds of rules, and everybody was laughing. But I was like, hey, that's true.
It's fucking
It's
real,
like, so
dude.
you come here, people gotta sip, you know what I'm saying? Especially, but that's the beauty of the channel, bro. It's just,
Right.
You gotta bring
I'm flexible
the
too.
essence
it doesn't
to
have
it.
be this.
Yeah.
It can be liquor, but that's gonna be a different thing.
yeah. When it comes to liquor, bro, people's gonna get fucked. So people gotta go. I think that's why you gotta ask people hey, you wanna go there or you wanna keep it light?
Yeah.
Some light work or you wanna whatever. Because people have preference, bro. That's why that's good that you ask people.
Have to.
And I feel like once you ask people, they tell you, oh, bro, I can drink then, But you obviously, I feel like you gotta keep it in a set time because once people pass a certain time, then you don't know how they can be. So it's cut. Yeah,
Get
bro.
the whole bottle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not a whole bottle. But, I mean, a
You
few
get
shots. I
wild
think
over
that would
there.
be yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man. You have any final quotes? Any final quotes? Shout outs?
Yeah. I mean, I want to shout out my homies. I want to shout out Kilo. I want to shout out Anthony B, my close homies.
The future supergroup.
Yeah, seriously, Chrome, YDB, this little young boy that he's coming up making music, and my family, my friends, my best friend, every person that is close to me, shout out to them because that's
right.
That's who I roll with, you know.
Right.
Oh, Jasmine too, that she works with us. Like everybody that just works with us. Like you invited me right here. Like I'm blessed for everything, all the opportunities. So I feel like that's why I want to give a shout out to. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. That concludes our podcast.
Yeah, one and only, baby, la concha de tu madre.
Bro,
new music coming, and we were sipping, and it was a good podcast. Yeah, make sure you follow the homie and tap in, one and only, baby.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Salud.
Cualquiera tiene toda su manera.
Bebé, pégate a la pared. Te gusto, baby, ya lo sé. Modelos vamos a beber. Yeah.